Good morning everyone, it is Saturday morning and I'm having my breakfast and lunch together today. What I'd planned to have for my breakfast and lunch because it's like 20 to 12 now. So for breakfast I'm having fruit and yoghurt. This is the mixed frozen fruit that I've been using recently. I just defrosted it in the fridge overnight. I've added some fat-free Greek yoghurt on top, and then I've got a tablespoon of Sweet Freedom gingerbread syrup, which is 2 cents for a tablespoon. I love this stuff. I don't use it as much as I want to sometimes. So the fruit is speed, the yogurt's free, and the syrup is 2 cents. So it's 2 cents for what I plan to have for breakfast. I'm now having it as like a little brunch thing. And then for lunch I've got some cheese and crackers. These are some crackers left over from Christmas that they're still fine, by the way. I've kept them all sealed and everything. These are cracked black pepper. I'll show you the bottom. Cracked black pepper, salt and cracked black pepper bakes. They're very thin. They're like little water biscuits, just with a wee bit extra seasoning. I've got 4 of them and they are 1.5 cents each, so 6 cents in total for the crackers. And then on each cracker I've got some Laughing Cow light cheese triangles. I've just got one between the two. So this is the chili one and this is the blue cheese one. You get 5 Laughing Cow blue cheese triangles as a healthy extra calcium. I've just put it as half a healthy extra calcium. I'll use the rest of it in milk on my coffee, the rest of the half. So in total this is 6 cents for the crackers plus 1/2 a healthy extra calcium. Also got a big pint of lemon squash, which I'm loving at the minute. So in total between the two it is 8 cents plus a healthy extra, half a healthy extra calcium. It is now dinner time and we are having Mayflower curry for dinner tonight, which is 4 cents for a portion. I made 6 portions in total because we're having it tomorrow night as well when Ali's girlfriend comes. And then there'll be a spare portion left over for the freezer. So I've got rice on the bottom, which is sin-free, and then I've got chicken, red onion and mushrooms in my curry. The red onion and mushrooms are speed, the chicken is free. And then I made the curry sauce a little bit different. I usually weigh the 85 grams or whatever, but I wanted to see how much a tablespoon was, a level tablespoon was in weight, because on the Slimming World app it does it in tablespoons or weight of 100 grams. So I weighed the tablespoon. 1 tablespoon was 20 grams, so it's 2 cents a tablespoon. I've got the equivalent of 2 tablespoons in there. That's 4 cents for my dinner tonight. I think I've said that already. So that's mine and that's Ali's. The only difference with his is he's got butter in his rice. I didn't put butter in my rice, and I've tried to give him as little mushrooms as possible because he's not the biggest fan. It is now Sunday morning and for breakfast I'm having the same breakfast that I had yesterday, which is the fruit and yoghurt. I know I had my crackers right yesterday, but that's because it was near our lunchtime. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I cannot get back to sleep, so I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat my breakfast now. So I've got the frozen mixed fruit. It has strawberries, raspberries, blackberries and blueberries, I think, in it. It's like forest fruits, and that is speed. I left it to defrost in the fridge overnight. And then on top of that I've got some fat-free Greek yogurt, which is sin-free or SWIP-free. And then on top of that I've got a tablespoon of the gingerbread syrup again, which is 2 cents for a tablespoon. And then I'm also having coffee using healthy milk allowance and Canderel Sugarly. Okay, it is now later on Sunday afternoon and I have just nipped down to Tesco's to pick up some bits that we needed. I've got a big bottle of Diet Coke. This was like 50p or something. I just need this to make sloppy joes, which we're having tomorrow and Tuesday night for dinner. I don't need a lot, I'll just drink the rest probably, but you don't have to get the Diet Coke, the expensive stuff. The cheap stuff will do. I got some of this multi-seed batch bread for Ali. He's sick of wholemeal bread, so I just got him some of the stuff that he likes. And then I saw this. It's the Warburton's sourdough with sourdough but softer. You get 1 slice of this as a healthy extra B on Slimming World, and I was like, oh my god, I need to try that because I love a sourdough. So I'm going to have a slice of that for my late lunch because I've not eaten since my fruit this morning. I've got 2 packets of wholemeal rolls for our sloppy joes. Lucy's going to be here. Normally I just need 1 between Ali and I, but because Lucy's going to be here the next couple of nights, I need 2. You get 1 of these as a healthy extra fibre on Slimming World. Sorry, I think I said healthy extra B for this as well. 1 slice for a healthy extra fibre, 1 roll for a healthy extra fibre. I think this might be 5 or 6 cents for a slice. Swips. Oh my god, I still can't get my head around this new language. I got these cooked chicken slices, the ones that I've been getting quite recently. I'm going to make some curried rice with chicken for lunches this week. Some eggs. I got just this. I wanted to get more, but honestly, the range of eggs is literally just all the expensive 6 packs of eggs or these. It's ridiculous what is going on with eggs at the minute. I got Monster Munch, pickled onion. I've really been fancying a packet of pickled onion Monster Munch, so I picked up these. These are 5 cents for a bag. And I also got some Watsits. These are 4 cents for a bag, and I'll just split these between Ali and I for the week with our lunches. Canderel Sugarly, I have run out, so I need a coffee ASAP. I got a Fry Light because I've run out as like, I feel like I'm running out of everything. It's like 678 days in January. I got a tin of hot dog so I can make a hot dog pasta. These are 1 cent for a hot dog. And then the rest is just fruit and veg really. I got some grapes. The cherries were on offer for $1.25, but I think they've only got a couple of days on them. I got a nice berg lettuce, some salad tomatoes, because I'm going to make an omelette one night for dinner and I want like grilled tomatoes with it. And I might actually slice one up and put it on my toast actually, that I'm going to make for lunch. A cucumber, a red pepper that has not had a chunk bitten out yet. Some chestnut mushrooms. Again, there was not a lot of choice in chestnut mushrooms. Maybe it's just because it's a weekend, a Sunday afternoon. I got some potatoes, some blueberries, bananas. I got the really green ones so they'll last longer. A lime. I think I want to make like a little tomato and cucumber salsa thing one day, so I've got a lime for that. And then I got a garlic as well. So here's my lunch. It looks bigger than it actually is. This is like a full slice of bread, not the 400-gram loaves that I usually have, the tiny little ones. This is like the slice of bread you'd normally have. I'm never going to remember the name of it, but it's like a Warburton's like sourdough or something like that. Like I said, it is 1 healthy extra fibre choice for 1 slice. So I've got that, and then on top I've got a Laughing Cow cheese triangle, the light chili one, which is 1.5 cents. And then I've got a sliced tomato on top with some salt and pepper, and that's speed. So it is 1.5 swips plus a healthy extra fibre choice for this. And then I'm also having a coffee because I'm choking on one. Good afternoon everybody. You have not seen me at all in this video yet, I don't think. But for quite a few days because I was back to work, and when I'm at work I don't feel like vlogging myself. I just want to film what I'm eating, keep an eye on that and just get on with it. That's the downside about work. It does interfere with my vlogging and my YouTube. Like I really just get so tired in that it takes all my energy. Bloody work getting in the way of everything, eh? But it's been quite busy. My manager was off this week, and then one of my other on holiday, and then one of my other colleagues was on holiday. Kind of left me with the newer people and the less experienced people, so it's been quite a hard week, exhausting week. Anyway, you don't want to hear all about my work woes. What I am doing at the minute is I'm going to do a little bit of food prep, and I'm going to make our lunch for the week. Well, I don't know how long this is going to last, maybe at least Monday and Tuesday, and I can make more for the rest of the week. But I'm going to make curried rice for a change. I love making Mexican rice for lunches. It's sin-free, SWIP-free, and it's very filling. It's a very filling lunch, and it's literally just rice. So I'm going to make some curried rice. I found a little recipe online, very similar to the Mexican rice, but this one does have veggies in it. I'll link it in the description box below, like I'm trying to remember to do with all the recipes I'm using. The only difference between that recipe and what I'm doing to make it Slimming World friendly is I'm not adding the oil, although you could and use it as a healthy extra fat. I'm just not doing that. And I don't have the garlic and chili paste. No, garlic and, what is it? Ginger paste. Garlic and ginger paste. I thought I had some ginger paste in the cupboard, in the fridge, sorry. And I don't know what I've done with it. I must have used it, but I do this all the time. You guys know this. Always think I've got something and end up not having it. I don't have any ginger. I'm going to use a little bit of ground ginger. I do have fresh garlic, so I'm going to use that as well. Yeah, and it just nice, simple lunch that, you know, is filling, see me through till dinner time. I do find that it depends what I have for lunch. Like if I have a nice hearty soup, the chicken and veg and barley soup, or the split pea and ham soup, these soups keep me going till dinner time. But like last week, the carrot and coriander soup did not keep me going till dinner time. I mean, it had to, but I was like ravenous by the time dinner time came along and I got home from work. And what else? The tomato soup from Weight Watchers is the same. I do like the rice because it keeps me fuller for longer. So I'm going to make that. I'm doing that now. I'm just cutting up my vegetables. I thought while I cut up my vegetables, I'll give you my weighing update for this week. And it's a little bit of a annoying one, guys, because when I stepped on the scales on Friday morning, I stepped on at what would be my normal time every Friday, because the last few weeks with Christmas and New Year and being off work, I have not been stepping on the scales at my normal time or even my normal day for a couple of the weeks. When I stepped on the scale last Friday, it was not my normal time. It was 10:30 or something like that. It said 10 stone, 11.5 pounds, and I was like, oh, well, I must have gained a little bit of weight and then lost it or something. I don't know. But I was like, that's fine. I'm starting where I left off before Christmas. Anyway, stepped on the scale on Friday morning at like 6:30 or something in the morning, which is my normal time that I usually step on the scale. Anytime between 6:30 and 7:30 I usually step on the scale. It was saying 11 stone, straight out 11 stone, and I was like, there's no way I've gained weight this past week. There's no way I have gained like a few pounds in weight. Like, apart from the Indian meal that I had off plan, I have been very good this week on plan. Apart from that, so like 98% good this week. There's no way I've gained weight this week, especially a few pounds, like maybe half a pound or something I would accept. But what I think has happened, because I did recalibrate my scales and everything and it was still saying the same, I just think because of the times and everything the previous weeks, and I've just not got an accurate reading last week either. I just think it's not been as low as I thought it was last week, and maybe I was in the 11 stones last week when I weighed in and not at 10 stone 11.5 pounds. I don't know, it just goes to show you can step on the scale at any time of the day and you're a different weight. Yes, so it said 11 stone exactly on Friday. There's no way I've gained weight. I refuse to accept that I've gained weight because I have been so good this week. The only thing is, if I have gained weight, there's something going on with the new Slimming World plan, because I've had my healthy extra fat, I've had the calciums, obviously that's all changed, and this has been my first full week on that. There's no way I ate that much with the Indian takeaway we had either for me to have gained that a few pounds in weight either, because Ali, like I said, I don't know if I explained it in the video, Ali and I get a portion of curry to share, a portion of chips to share, and then a naan bread to share, and a poppadom each. It wasn't like I was having a big massive portion for the Indian. I was sharing it with Ali, like we normally do. It's either the new Slimming World plan's not working for my body and I have gained weight because I've had quite a few healthy extra fats that I normally wouldn't have, like avocado and olive oil and toasted sesame oil when I'm on plan. I wouldn't normally, unless I swip them, I would not normally have them. At the minute I have chopped a red onion. I think the recipe says just a regular onion, but I've got loads of red onions in the fridge, so I'm using that. I just prefer red onions as well. So I've chopped a red onion, I've chopped a medium-sized carrot, and I've chopped half a pepper. It does say a full pepper in the recipe as well, but this was a massive pepper, and then I'll need it as well if I come to make it another day this week. So I'm just going to, I've sprayed the pot with fry light, and I'm just going to pop all this in the pot that I'm going to cook it in and fry it until soft. That's what it says. So I'm a bit bummed about the weighing results, but I guess I did, guys, I did eat a lot of crap for like 2 weeks, over 2 weeks at Christmas, and I did deserve a massive weight gain for that. So if I'm having to lose it, that's fine. I'm in no rush at the minute to get to Target. I have booked a holiday for September this year, so ideally I'd like to have been to Target way before that, and even maybe I've lost a little bit more, so a little bit more than Target, just so I have room to gain that weight back, the holiday weight back, and not be faffing about getting back to Target again. Maybe if I lost like another half a stone or something, maybe even not as much as that, but just, you know, we're going on holiday for 2 weeks. I'm not telling you where yet, I'll tell you that when the time comes, but yeah, I've booked that recently. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, so that's my aim, is to be at Target and maybe a little bit extra before we go on holiday. Actually, in other news, I have had a horrible night. Where is she? She's not here at the minute, but Holly must have ate something that disagreed with her tummy last night, or something that she shouldn't have, which she's very good at. Even if we drop something on the floor, I'm like so quick to pick it up usually, because it makes me paranoid. With the Nala and Holly particularly have very sensitive tummies. Nala more so than Holly. But like, I managed to get to sleep last night for about an hour and a half, and then at 1:30 I woke up to her crying the house down, meowing her head off. I had to let her in my room and keep the other cats away from her. She didn't even want me to cuddle her or anything. Like, so I knew she was in a little bit of pain with her belly and everything, which is, so that's what she does. She just like, she likes to hide under my clothes horse when she's like that. It must make her feel safe, and just, that's her place to go when she's feeling like that. It's not happened very often. When she was quite little, maybe between the time she was 1 and 2, it happened a few times and it was concerning, but we just have to watch what she eats and everything like that. Recently it happened when she ate some bread. She got into this cupboard that you guys are placed in at the minute, and I keep my bread in there. And I also keep like my sugar and my tea and my coffee and everything in there. And I'd left it open one morning, and they got in and got the bread out, and they'd had a nice wee chomp on that, and that made her belly very, very sore. But I have been so careful recently. I don't know, like, I am always careful in that. And so is Ali. It's just sometimes something might drop and none of us have noticed, and she's managed to get a hold of it. Or maybe sometimes she's had a wee munch on Rosie's food, because she likes to do that as well. Like, I'll have to supervise the animals, Ali as well, if I'm not here, because they're always going for each other's foods. Like, in particular, I don't want them eating Nala's food, because that's her food for her sensitive tummy and everything. Holly doesn't need food for a sensitive tummy. She just needs to stop eating stuff that's not good for her tummy. She's a little pain in the backside. Anyway, she had me up all bloody night, worried sick, worried about her. Like, I would try and go to sleep, and then I would hear meow, meow. I'd be like, okay. So I'd get up, I'd go across, make sure she was alright. She wouldn't let me clap her or anything. And then eventually, at some point, 6, 7, I don't know what time, she wanted out the bedroom. So I let her out, she came downstairs and went to the toilet. She was able to go to the toilet, and she seemed to be so much better after that. So I took her back up with me and cuddled her in, and we both had a nap till about 12, because it was like 8 or something by the time we went back to sleep. When she woke up, she got the zoomies. She was flying about, hanging off the clothes horse. I was like, oh, you little shit, are feeling much better today. Thank God, because I did not want to have to go to the vet and have that vet bill, because it's January. 1,000 days in January till payday, and I've just paid a deposit for a holiday. I'm really gutted, because a subscriber of mine who I have been chatting to for quite a while over on, well, in the comments and over on Facebook, Lee, she's just popped over for a holiday to Scotland. She's actually originally from Scotland, and she's been living in Florida for quite some time. And I was like really looking forward to going to see her. We were going to meet up and have a coffee and catch up and everything. Oh my God, catch up, like actually get to know each other, because we've never really met each other. We never have met each other. I just feel like I know her because we've been chatting quite a while. And I was like, I had I can't leave Holly. Ali's away out with Lucy today, so I was like, I can't leave her on her own. I can't risk leaving her on her own in case she's still unwell and everything. Plus, I had no sleep. So I messaged Lee quite early and I was like, I'm really sorry, I'm not going to be able to make it. And she'd actually had quite a bad night as well, so it turned out neither of us were in a fit state to see each other today. But I hope I get to see her before she goes home, because well, I'm not going to say anything, but I just hope I do get to see her before she goes home. Because, I mean, how often am I going to get this opportunity to see her when she lives in Florida and I live in Edinburgh? By the time you guys have seen this, she's probably already away home, or she's at the very end of her trip. I'm just frying that off till it's soft. Oh, I could get the chicken. I'm going to top the curried rice with some bits of chicken just for some extra protein in that. So I'm just going to fry that off in a pan with fry light and some salt and pepper. I'm not going to put much more seasoning on it because there's quite a lot of seasoning in the... Oh God almighty, I can't stand straight. There's quite a lot of seasoning in the curried rice, so there's quite a lot of flavour in that anyway, so I thought a nice plain, slightly seasoned chicken will be fine. My vegetable mix has softened. I added some garlic in there as well. So now I'm going to add the seasonings. Well, first I'm going to add a teaspoon of ginger because I don't have the ginger puree. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon. I've only got a half tablespoon here. I think my tablespoon one's dirty. It's in the sink at the minute. A tablespoon of curry powder. Teaspoon of paprika, and then half a teaspoon, this is a quarter teaspoon, half a teaspoon of coriander and cumin. The aromas are fantastic. Aroma. I'm going to add a quarter teaspoon of pepper, a half teaspoon of salt, and then I'm going to add a cup of rice. It does say basmati or some other type of rice, but I've only got easy cook long grain rice in my cupboard at the minute. Used all my basmati. And then 2.5 cups of vegetable stock, and luckily I had a vegetable stock in the cupboard because I went through all my chicken stock. I should have got some at the shops. Story of my life. That's 2.5 cups of vegetable stock. Oh my God, that smells amazing. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. Next, I am going to make the sloppy joes for our dinner the next couple of nights. I defrosted this 5% beef mince in the freezer overnight. Cannot believe I still had some in the freezer. Like, my freezer really, the way I store stuff and everything in the freezer really surprises me sometimes what I have in the freezer. That water seems to have evaporated pretty quickly in the rice. I might add a bit more because there's no way that, I mean, it's only been on 5 minutes, there's no way that rice is ready yet. So sloppy joes I have made 100 times on this channel. It's one of my favourite nice, quick, easy, cheap meals to make. It's something different for spaghetti bolognese, which I do love, but when you eat it so much you do kind of get sick of it, although I thought Ali would hate spaghetti bolognese, he loves it. Because, I mean, I thought he would hate it because we eat it so much sometimes, but he does love it. Every time he has it, he's like, oh my God, I love it. I love your spaghetti bolognese. Sloppy joes is nice, something that's similar because it's like tomato based, but it's so different tasting as well. Let me know if anybody's tried this in the comments, this recipe, and if they enjoyed it, because I'm always talking about it, how different it is to spaghetti. I'm just frying the mince at the minute till it's brown. In fact, you guys have seen me do this so often. I'm not going to bore you again. If you've not seen it before and you want to see how I make it, I'll link a video in the description or the recipe, because I originally got this from Jamarel Stewart. And tonight for dinner, we're just having the exact same as we had last night, the Mayflower curry. I've got plain boiled rice. I did mix a teaspoon of, I can't believe it's not butter into it, which is 1 sin, that's why it's all spread around the bowl, because I took it out and mixed it in my bowl, so I didn't have to measure Ali and Lucy's. The Mayflower curry sauce is 4 sins, and then I've got onions and red onion, onions and mushroom in there, which is speed, and chicken, which is free. So it's 5 sins in total for tonight's dinner. That's mine, Ali's, and Lucy's. Excuse that noise, that's my coffee machine. Because it's Sunday, we're having a little pudding. Ali got these Jello pistachio pudding mixes in his American hamper that I got him for Christmas, and I looked at the calories because they don't come up on the app. It's only 90 calories per quarter of the package, so a quarter of the package is a serving, so it's 90 calories. You just add milk to it, so I'm using the milk as one of my healthy extra calciums for the day. And then the 90 calories, I'm just going to count it as 5 sins just to be careful, because obviously I don't know. And there's this big frickin' sticker that I can't get off. Been trying to, but it's like welded on over the nutritional over the nutritional information part. Anyway, I'm counting it as 5 sins plus a healthy extra 8 milk allowance. Healthy extra calcium milk allowance. Good morning everyone, it is now Monday morning. For breakfast I'm having some cheese on toast. So I've got a slice of that Warburton's sourdough, I'm never going to get the name of that, that Warburton stuff at the start of the video. I've got a slice of that, which is my healthy extra fibre for today. On top of that I've got 30 grams of the Creamfields mature cheddar, which is a healthy extra calcium. I just grated it and put it over the slice, and then I've sprinkled some Worcester sauce on it as well, because that's how I love my cheese on toast. That is free, so the toast is healthy extra fibre, healthy extra calcium. And then I've got some blueberries on the side for speed. Coffee using some of my healthy extra calcium, my second healthy extra calcium. So today my healthy extras are 2 are going on calcium and 1 is going on fibre. And then this is how my lunch is looking. This is the curried rice from last night. I stirred the chicken through it. It says that you get 6 portions from it. I only got 4 portions, but I don't know if the curried rice was like a side. It might have been a side for something, the recipe that I was following, which, I mean, it'd be 6 pretty small side portions as well. Anyway, we got 4 portions, 2 for me, 2 for Ali. Stirred some of the chicken through it. It's completely sin free. It tastes lovely actually, really, really nice. My nose is going to be running off my face because it's quite spicy. Not as spicy as in hot, just spicy as in all the spices that we used in it. So that's sin free. I've got Monster Munch, which will be 5 cents, and then I've got a pot of grapes, which are not speed, they're free, and cherries, which I also don't think are speed, they're free as well. I just fancy some different fruit, and my favourite fruits are always the ones that are not speedy. They're the only one that I really love that's speedy is melon and blueberries. But cherries is one of my favourite fruit, and I always get it when it's on offer, which it is at the minute, so I'm taking them. So that is my lunch. Lunch will be 5 sins in total. And tonight for dinner we're having sloppy joes. I've got a Warburton's wholemeal roll, which is my healthy extra fibre for the day. I think I've messed up. I think I've had 2 healthy extra fibres today. I've had toast this morning. Oh, I have messed up. I was going to count this as my healthy extra fibre, and it's not. It's going to be 7 sins, which is fine because I've got the sins to use.
What are you going to have, son?
I had toast this morning.
No, but you're going to have...
No, I wasn't going to have anything else. Oh my god. Me realising in real time that I've messed up.
It doesn't matter.
I haven't put it on my app yet. It would have told me. No, it doesn't matter, but I am going to have to sin it. This would be my healthy extra fibre if I'd remembered this morning I was having this and put it all in the app before, so I knew what I was using. But I think it's going to be 7 sins. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen. It's 7 or 7.5 sins. Luckily, I've only had my Monster Munch that was sinned today.
How much was that?
5 sins. So 7 sins or a healthy extra fibre, and then it is iceberg lettuce, which is speed. I've got sloppy Joe mix, which is completely sin free. The cheese slice is the lighter cheese slices from Sainsbury's, and that is 2 sins, so that would make me 14 sins, 14 and a half sins for the day, thank God. I've got some homemade sin-free chips, swip-free chips, and then this morning before I went to work I made this little tomato and cucumber salsa. It's got tomato and cucumber, lime, salt and chilli flakes through it. So that is speed. So my dinner tonight is going to be 9 sins, 9 and a half sins. I'm such an idiot. That's mine, that's Ali's, and that is Lucy's. Good morning everyone, it's now Tuesday. Yesterday I had been planning on having toast all week for breakfast, but then obviously I realised my mistake last night. So I'm just having the rest of the yoghurt that was left in the tub. There wasn't really too much, maybe about a quarter of a big pot. And I'm having some blueberries with that, so my breakfast is completely sin-free because the yogurt's fat-free and the blueberries are speed. And then for lunch I'm just taking the exact same as I did yesterday. The only difference is I'm having Wotsits instead of pickled onion Monster Munch, and the Wotsits are only 4 sins, I think they are. Yeah, I'm so mad at myself about that mistake that I made yesterday, but it's my own fault for not putting things on the app at the start of the day, which is what I normally do. So it is now Wednesday night. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday night. On Tuesday I had the exact same meals as I did on Monday, except I didn't have the toast. I think I showed you that already. Today I've had no breakfast because I was running a bit late this morning. I woke up at 6:30 instead of my usual 5:30. So I didn't have time for breakfast. And I had the exact same lunch I've had for the last 2 days. I have the same lunch all the time, like I make it for the whole week. Oh, that's a lie. I made it last night for the rest of the week. Anyway, for dinner today we're having hot dog pasta, which is something I would make quite regularly when I'm not on Slimming World, just not made it for a while. I found that the tin of hot dogs that I would normally get, I usually put 2 tins of hot dogs in. The hot dogs in that tin, you would have seen at the start of this video in the little shopping haul, they're only 1 sin each, so this does us twice for 2 dinners, this pasta. Between the 2 of us it is 4 sins each, and then between the 2 portions for 2 of us it's 2 sins each. So like 2 hot dogs all chopped up through the pasta. So I've got pasta which is free, the hot dogs are 2 sins. I made a homemade pasta sauce, I'd froze it. I can't remember what I'd made a couple of weeks ago. I made too much pasta sauce, so I put it in the freezer and I defrosted it. It had onions and tomatoes and I think that was it, like passata and everything through it. And then on the top I've got 30 grams of mild cheddar. I had to go to the wee shop and it was 30 grams for a healthy extra A, or 5 or 6 sins, but I'm using it as my 3rd healthy extra A. I've used my first 2 in coffees today, or I will do by the end of the day, and this is my 3rd healthy extra. I've not had any bread or anything today. And then on the side for speed I've just got some grilled tomatoes with salt and pepper and fry light on them. I love tomatoes like this. I usually have like the baby plum tomatoes. If you watch my vlogs regularly you'll know that, but I've got the big ones this time. So dinner tonight is 2 sins plus a healthy extra. That's mine, and that's Ali's. And the only difference is I didn't actually have to measure his cheese, but it worked out when I looked at it before it all melted in that anyway. In fact, even looking at it melted, it looked pretty much the same, maybe had a tiny touch more. It is now Thursday morning, and for breakfast, because I have time for breakfast this morning, I'm having toast and peanut butter. I've got this peanut butter already in the house. It's not the 100% nuts peanut butter that you can have a tablespoon as a healthy extra fat. So I'm having to sin this. This is a tablespoon for 4.5 sins. I've only got half a tablespoon on my toast because it's just 1 slice of toast. So it's classed it as 2.5 sins for half a tablespoon. The toast is that like sourdough stuff, whatever it's called, and that is my healthy extra B for today. I'll have to be careful with how many coffees I have because I only have 1 to use in milk today because I'm having the same pasta for dinner. I won't bother showing you that again. Exact same dinner as last night, so I need the cheese as a healthy extra calcium. So I'll have 1 healthy extra calcium with milks in my coffee, which is about 3 coffees 4 of them extremely careful, 1 healthy extra fibre for my toast, and 1 healthy extra calcium for the cheese on my pasta. And then I've just got a little bit of blueberries left, so I'm just having them with my toast. And then for lunch, I'm taking the exact same lunch as I've had all week. I've got the rice, I've got grapes, I've not got any cherries left, so I'm taking a banana. I've not had a banana yet. Normally I'd have a banana on the toast, but because I'm taking it for lunch, I'm just not going to bother. I'll have the blueberries instead. I've got Wotsits today. I change up the crisps every day what I have. Yesterday it was the Monster Munch. Today I'm having Wotsits. They're 4 cents. I'm not actually taking this for lunch, but I wanted to show you because I've got more at work already in the fridge at work. They've got different flavours of Celsius and I'm so excited about it. And the girl that I work with, Susan, she came in and she was so excited as well because she's the one that got me onto the Celsius. So this is what I found at my little shop. They had strawberry watermelon flavour. I'm just going to keep that in the fridge for over the weekend because I can only have one of these a day, otherwise I won't sleep at night. The ones that she brought in were kiwi and guava and mango lemonade, which I'm really excited to try both of these. All these flavours I love. I'm sure I'll love. Maybe the watermelon thing I'm a wee bit worried about because watermelon's not my favourite, but sometimes I love it, sometimes I absolutely hate it, so I'll just see when I try it. And the other 2 flavours are at my work already in the fridge, so I'll have one today and I'll actually have to bring the other one home because I'm not going to be there tomorrow. Because I worked at Saturday when I was on holiday, I don't know if you remember, I worked a Saturday, not the full day, but they're giving me the day off tomorrow so I can go and see Lee because I was like, I really need to see her because I had to cancel on Sunday. She wasn't feeling very well. It just wasn't the best day for either of us. But I asked my boss on Monday, I was like, please can I have Friday off? And he was like, yeah, because I owe you a day off. So I'm so excited. I'm going to see Lee tomorrow. And it's nice because I'll have a longer weekend. I'm not rushing to get everything done. I'm not rushing to do everything like I would have been on Sunday. I had to go to the shops and everything as well and fitting it all around seeing Lee. So it's nice that I'll have an extra day off this weekend because I've not had enough time off the last few weeks.